My shopping list aside, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Meta Madness Qualifier number 3. We're here in our grand finals matchup of Saboteurs versus Vinland Raiders. Map number 1. If you're wondering how we got here, exclamation bracket, because that's actually how we got here. But no, realistically, the map bans will be Tomb of the Spider Queen from Saboteurs, Braxis Holdout from the members of Akatsuki, and we will be going to Hanamura Temple for map number 1, as this is chosen by the rules of the tournament. Yeah, that was a surprise. I actually wasn't prepared, but I also wasn't looking at the draft. I was looking at a copycat recipe of the Crunchwrap Supreme, because I was like, I'll make a shopping list while we're waiting for the grand finals. Oh, I need beer as well. I need to get some beer for next week. I need to get some beer. All right, so ground beef, oats, cumin I have to check, sour cream, tomatoes, lettuce, nacho cheese, soft and hard tortilla. I need bananas for banana bread, sour cream for that as well. What else goes into the banana? It's flour, sugar, sour cream, bananas, I think, and some vanilla, I think, maybe. Well, I might need to buy more vanilla extract. All right, welcome back to the grand finals, everyone. My shopping list is put aside for the time being. Let's talk about Meta Madness. Now, there are 12 baseline bans for the tournament here in this best of 5 grand finals. Abathur, Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Diablo, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Lucio, Sergeant Hammer Tracer, and Vala are all banned away for this tournament, and there will be more added in over time, if I'm not mistaken. If you'd like to check those bans, again, at the top of the Twitch chat, it is pinned for today, as Maev will be the first pick. Of course, with Meta Madness, heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the best of 5 grand finals, so Maev picked here will be unavailable for future maps in this series. As I also mentioned, Tomb of the Spider Queen and Braxis sold out banned away. Hanamura Temple will be our first map. We're going to start out with a Zagara and Rhaegar for Vinland Raiders, while Saboteurs started out with that Maev. Some kind of chocolate crisp goes a long way with banana bread if you add sugar anyways. Wait, chocolate crisp like inside the banana bread? I have a recipe that my mom has given me, and it is killer. By the way, Dennis, I did see your DM. I'll do my best. I'll try and maybe get something going for maybe like the playoffs or something. I did message, by the way, chat. I messaged Grubby last night, and I was like, hey, I see you're doing hot stuff. No pressure. But if you want to jump in and do some Meta Madness casting together, he's like, oh, I just don't have the time for it. And I'm like, I understand. And I was like, you know what, bud? The door is always open. I was like, if you get the itch to do, like, a best of 3 Heroes of Storm, like, if you want to show up for a grand finals, I was like, dude, the door is open. So maybe one day Grubby will get the itch and he'll want to do some casting. But I did try last night. I did reach out to Grubby to try and see if he wanted to do some co-casting together for the Meta Madness. And I was like, dude, we can stream it on both of our channels. I'll handle lobbies. I'll handle all the information. You just got to do you. But unfortunately, his schedule just does not permit him to do HOTS. He's, I think, very much leaning into Dota League. Oh, just give Vinland Raiders first place. That's it. Just give Vinland Raiders the first place. First place, Vinland Raiders. They win qualifier number 3. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out, watching the games. Isn't Grubby trying to top all MOBA leaderboards at the moment? It seems that way. It does seem that way. Anna Malthiel from Saboteurs. Oh, bless you, Vinland Raiders, you sweet, sweet jelly beans. Oh, you love to see it. That's it. We're done. We're done for day. If I did not have to go to the grocery store, I would just go. It'd be time to go get a beer and just start having some beers and just hang out and watch the games. You got back just in time. You did indeed. This is toxic. This is such a toxic map number 1 draft, but I love it so much. Start prediction. Which team wins? Hada Mura Tempula. No tank on Saboteurs. Maev is a tank. Maev is actually played as a tank often. That's like that, like no Kappa. Like that's actually something we've seen in the past. Double support composition. Maev is going to be the main tank technically. Malthael solo lane. Cassie will be the quote-unquote hyper carry. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into map number 1, Hanamura Temple. Bad Benny on Ana. Who for it? What? What is this? On the left-hand side, we have Saboteurs. Bad Benny playing an Ana with an MVP mount. Nicely done, Bad Benny. Dino Cassia, Yasu, Stukov, Hazuab's Malthael, and Retso, main tank Maev. Over on the east side of the map with a definite winning composition, Aegea, Zagara, Sven Samuro, Hunter Orc, Rhaegar, and a Jonano on Cho'Gall. Now, I have to be judgmental of the mount choice. Usually, you know, best mount choice is, you know, when you carry it. But I do love the greed skin. Look at them nippies. Look at that booty. I can't zoom in too long on the butt because Twitch will then get mad at me and they'll remove my emote like they did with the Cho'Gall Dumpy. I find it egregious that so many people still have Dumpy emotes, but I'm not allowed to have a beautiful Cho'Gall emote. Someone at Twitch does not like the best hero in Heroes of the Storm. Let's go ahead and start a Twitch gamble for all of you at home. The Twitch prediction's up and available. Which team is going to win map number 1 in this best of 5 grand finals for Meta Madness Qualifier number 3, Hanamura Temple. Thank you, Ashmantle, as always. Specifically, Maev with double support as main tank. Yes, there you go. Yeah, exactly. A little bit of pull back onto this Cho'Gall. He gets a little surging fist out. And I think there's a bop potentially from the Gall. Retso gets away with like 100 and something HP. And Hunter Orc will finish out the camp. All in on Cho'Gall. You love to see it, chat. You love it when the big gambles come through. Sentinel camp, the true objective of map Hanamura Temple. Sorry, Bandit was getting into his pause a bit there. Sentinel camp on the bottom side grabbed as well by the members of Saboteurs. Alrighty, Bio level 1 for Zagara. Totem level 1. Rhaegar will have the fetid touch for Stukov. We'll probably have Sudden Vengeance on Maev for the percent-based damage into Cho'Gall. Malthael has Death's Reach, increase the Wraith Strike range by 35%. Bottom lane is going to get that blade. What is the damage into Yasu? Dino able to supply some blinds and enough counter pressure into Hunter Orc. That was enough to force back the Rhaegar. Doesn't want to lose that fortification camp as Sven and G are chilling in the top lane. Bad Benny healing on Ana is crazy to me. And Venom Spines for Zagara level 4. Alright, bud, that's enough. That's enough, Bandit. Sven is just going to back away. He does have Way of Illusion level 1. He also went into Mirror Images getting Spell Armor with the Mirage at level 4. Cassia, Stukov, and bottom lane will do their best to push out waves before Cho'Gall makes the rotation down and starts pressuring onto Yasu. Yasu the target of a lot of damage. Is this first blood? Yasu drop the lurking arm, and now Gia's rotated down. Dino slowed, and that is a quick double kill to our Cho'Gall composition, who will continue to siege bottom lane. I mean, Zagara's got summonables. The minion wave is here. Retso will try and get some fan and knives onto the enemy, but Retso, you got to be careful here, bud. Spirit of Vengeance, teleport in as well. Hunter Orc gets the fortification camp down to the ground, and Retso gets a bit of damage on their butt. More Biles down. Hunter grabs the regeneration globe. Sleep Dart at max range will connect. Rutso, Umbral Bind, and the Stukov lurking arm gets a counter kill. A little too much aggression, a little too much gas in the bottom lane as Gia is going to try and hearth out. I don't believe he'll be interrupted. You wanted to go all in on Cho'Gall, but it wouldn't let you. Man, those Dutch gambling laws are really ruining today's day for you. Sven throws in the mirror images onto Hazuabs here, trying to get some free stackage. Already working his way up to 30. And more, as Hazuabs needs to be a little careful here. Those mirror images, they do start to chunk a bit, but Malthael will heal a bit off of them. 36 Mirage, or mirror images. Wave Illusion Wave Illusion stackage for our Sven. So I'm just so excited about the Cho'Gall, I can't talk. Benny Ana main confirmed. So today, I'm learning today. I'll never forget the time when I was playing Braxis Holdout and someone was like, dude, we all need to stand on the bottom lane point. You get Zerg charge faster. I was like, homie, that's Hanamura Temple. And then they proceeded to argue with me about it. They're like, no, dude, you get faster Zerg charge if you have multiple friends on the point. This was like 6 months ago at this point. For those of you who don't know, Hanamura Temple works that way. You can see the little one over here on the right side of our screen, as you can increase the speed of the cart by having more allies around. So you see the 2, it moves up, the 3, of course it maxes out at, and the cart moves just a slight bit faster. As 10 talents here are becoming through for both these teams, Zagara does pick up the Bile Drop at level 7, but let's cycle through those other numbers, get an idea of the damage, healing, and experience. What is going on in bottom lane? You're focusing on the objective, and you currently have Samuro Cho'Gall just running it down bottom. Saboteurs, are you just giving over map 1? You do not get faster Zerg charge by having multiple people on the point. That is not how it works. No, that is not how it works on Braxis Holdout. Hazuabs comes to bottom lane. He's like, yo, team, we're losing. Zagara's trying to delay out some backs, and the bottom lane keeps going down 6 minutes and so in. Malthael to be picked off. Fan and Ive resets left and right under Rutso. Bomb will go back. There's a spirit, the Warden's Cage. Sven throws out the mirror. Oh, nano boosted Cassia should get the kill. Well then, just Rhaegar and Samuro needed mana. That was it, yeah, Samuro needed mana. Dino sees this. I mean, they got vision of the camp. Cho'Gall will leash it with a bit of HP left on one of the... Oh no, it does leash completely, so it goes back to full. Cho'Gall trying to poke in. As I mentioned, Zagara has that Bile Drop level 7. As we look at our 10 talents here, Lacerate's Ball, Lightning, Containment, or excuse me, Warden's Cage, Massive Shove, Nano Boost on the opposing side, Way of Illusion, Twisting Nether, Entomb, Twilight Hammer, and Ancestral Healing. Sven on the left here. Oh, the real Samuro's discovered! Can he swap to an Illusion? Last Rites? Nope. Samuro will go down. The Cho'Gall composition starting to flounder a bit here in map number 1. But there is that consistent catapult pressure in bottom lane. Forts down on both sides, or excuse me, in both lanes of Inland Raiders. There's a Ball Lightning from the Cassia. The Twisting Nether Dino will fall. The camp's stolen away. The Ancestral Healing applied. Hunter Orc getting a little bit low. Runic Bomb up is going to be thrown out by our Cho'Gall. Gia trying to get some Baneling Barrage out as well. If you capture camps with more people, they are stronger. Dennis, stop lying to chat. Chat, that is not true. That is not true. Okay, Cho'Gall getting a little bit low here, is able to get a Surging Fist out. No last rights off cooldown for the next 12 seconds. And our Vision camp will be held over by the members of Saboteurs, who are moving for a fortification camp. It looks like Dino starts working on this Sentinel for bottom lane. Hazuabs is going to get a mark into Sven. He's not too worried about it. Zagara continues to siege in through bottom lane. Oh, they want to invade the Sentinel camp, but it's not going to be in time. Sven should be able to get out of this without any sort of pressure. Yep. All right. Looking for 13 talent here in all the safe places. Sven will throw one of his illusions away, or move one of the illusions towards their base, just in case they need to swap over to that one. Should be able to get the 13 off of... Oh, wait, actually, there's no wave in top available. Runic Bomb being thrown out to try and get that last little bit of experience. And Cho'Gall, I don't think they... Yeah, I think they just eat the damage here. Bottom keep is going to take a bit of damage. Sven avoids a Lightning Fury from Dino. Doesn't get revealed. Throws an illusion back. Hazuab's looking for the real one here. Mouthy. Oh, wait, hold on. He's going to swap, but they have found the real. Sakuchi gets a little blink distance from that level 13. Meanwhile, down in bottom lane, Zagara clears things out. And the Vision Camp goes back over to Vinland Raiders. You know, this... Saboteurs! They did lose the keep early on, but if you look at the minimap, it's not that bad for our blue side. A fight breaks out around this Vision Camp. Grabbed by Vinland Raiders. Hazuab's low. Surging Fist out. The Twisting Nether was used, but this Cho'Gall can sustain the fight. Fortification Camp will be used on the left-hand side as well. Samuro goes back into top lane, continuing to apply wave pressure. And once again, he's got that illusion to the right to be able to jump over to. Maybe we see... Oops, wrong button. Just looking to see how this all shapes up for the side of Vinland Raiders. Saboteurs on the point. Zagara with the Envenom Spines. There's a Warden's Cage from Maiev. Ancestor Healing will connect onto Cho'Gall. A nano-boosted Malthael doing their best as he is inside the Entomb. Bad Benny low on the left-hand side. Gia trying to back away. Retzo goes in with an Umbral Bind. Hunter Orc gets hit with the last rites, and that will be the kill into Rhaegar. My Cho'Gall composition, no! Cho'Gall tries to sustain the fight, but Malthael will clear things up, and the last hero to defend is going to be Gia. The issue, the massive shove will save Gia, but the issue is that there's currently a decent wave in top, and there's 20 seconds of death timers. This top lane keep, I think, will fall. Vinland Raiders are just trying to showcase that Saboteurs have a chance in this map number 1. That's all it is. They're just trying to show that they have a chance. Cho'Gall needed to get mana. So did Samuro. Hunter Orc and friends trying to chase down Yasu. Good bile drop from Zagara. The Surging Fish should close the gap, and they will take down this Stukov. Meanwhile, Sentinel Camp over here to be grabbed. Is there enough time to make the rotation for the invade? Malthael, Maiev, they should have that. So they'll look at a top lane fort to go down and get some periodic catapult pressure to match the consistent up against their own in top lane. Sven committed to the top lane fort, will get it. Uh-oh, Sven! All lightning, broken by the Sakuchi distance, but Retzo should have the reveal, and Sven is dead. Meanwhile, back over down bottom lane. Looks like we'll have Cho'Gall and the rest of Vinland Raiders alive. Grab Fortification Camp and probably clear out the bottom lane Sentinel before they lose their bottom lane keep. But 6-9 in kills, favoring the side of Saboteurs. So they're looking for Gia here. Hunter Orc throws down the totem. It does have Earth Grasp from level 16. Leaden Orb is picked up by Cho'Gall. They've got that 16. That's a nice power spike for Cho'Gall with that Leaden Orb. Another objective phase, though, could go over to the side of Saboteurs. Vinland Raiders setting up for the defense. Azu uses the camp to jump over the wall, get over to his allies, avoids the stuns of those orbs. Sentinel Camp is still leashed to Cho'Gall. They're going to try and break that leash, or excuse me, they're going to try and fully leash it. So not just taking free poke damage from that camp. The objective is slowly being pushed in. Samuro soaking in the top lane, pushing back the wave, also getting a bit of experience. Spell armor from Zagara, by the way. You heard that kind of activate on the low side of our screen. Sven jumping in, the ball lightning from Cassie goes into Rhaegar, broken immediately. Massive shove from Stukov does not connect. This is a tense moment here around this objective phase. It's not game ending, but it could confirm the bottom lane keep. If Saboteurs can push this in, Sven tries to jump in with Samuro, but just can't manage to do so. And yes, this will be bottom lane keep going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. I think we'll confirm this. Still another 6 to go. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be more than that. Was there a wasted shot? Kinda. Bottom keep has gone down. Yasu hit with a Twilight Hammer, twisting Nether from Cho'Gall. Will be onto Yasu, who falls. Bad Benny low as well. The Warden's Cage. Oh my god, is Rutso? Rutso's gonna get picked up as well. Malthiel's inside the Devouring Maw, and Malthiel falls. Sentinel Camp on core. Cassia, Sentinel Camp is not gonna end game. It's gonna get a lot of damage. Rhaegar's currently chasing the Maiev across the map. Spirit of Vengeance was seen, Earthgrasp Totem, to try and get that grab, but are they gonna try and end here? What's the game plan? Cassie, you gotta be careful, Cho'Gall! But it's Cassie who needs to be more careful. She will be the one to go down. A quadra kill achieved by Vinland Raiders, but of course, chat, they're not just gonna finish out the map. They don't have enough HP. They really need to get just map control again. So vision camps, fortification camps, maybe a steal on the Sentinel. 40? No, I don't think they go for the Sentinel steal realistically. Samuro is top lane, looking for 20 talent here. Half a level to go for both sides. Let's look at the experience between the two teams. 69,000 experience in total for Saboteurs. Very nice. And the Sentinel Camp will go to Vinland Raiders. Decent wave in bottom lane. Have they enough momentum, damage, and push potential to take out Saboteurs in map number 1 in our Qualifier number 3 Grand Finals? We're about to find out. Samuro will bring one of his clones over here, swap over to that to join to the allies, as 20s are here for the side of Vinland Raiders. Twilight Frenzy on Cho'Gall. Hazuab's getting a little bit low here. Twisting Nether activated. They want Hazuab's, and they will find him! Devouring Maw catches Cassia. Dino out of that one. Nana boosted by our Ana Bad Benny. The core is going to fall, and the Cho'Gall composition comes out on top. GG, well played from Vinland Raiders. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Meta Madness Grand Finals for our third qualifier. We've got Saboteurs on the left-hand side, Vinland Raiders on the right. This is a best-of-5 series, and Vinland Raiders go up after a beautiful, flawlessly executed Cho'Gall composition that didn't have a single one of us worried whatsoever. No, we weren't stressed out about that whatsoever. We knew that the Cho'Gall composition would come back. They were just losing all their structures to give Saboteurs a chance to feel like they were going to win. This is the Meta Madness style of draft, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps. We also have a list of banned heroes. There are currently 12 heroes banned for the entire tournament. If you'd like to know what that list is, it is alphabetically pinned at the top of your Twitch chat. There's a little drop-down button if it is not expanded for you, or you can push it back up, or I think you can dismiss the message completely. So Muradin will be banned away. Heroes that are banned at the top of the screen don't add to the banned list. It's only heroes that are picked and played. So right now we have 22 heroes unavailable, 10 from the first and 12 from the community bans. We'll also see 6 at the top of the screen, but as I mentioned, Lunara, Muradin, Zarya, they could all be played on map 2. Let's say map 2's Infernal Shrines. We could see any of these heroes so long as they are not banned at that next draft. 9-hour game feels a bit short, not gonna lie. I'm not done with it, though. I'm not done with it. I still have more gaming to do. Also, keep in mind, I have just been going straight through the game. I have not been doing a ton of minigame stuff. I haven't gone back to try and get, like, best equipment for Mario and the friends. I have just been railing through the story. It's been a bit doing well. Went to BlizzCon. Oh, I hope you had fun at BlizzCon. I hope you had fun. I went back to Michigan during BlizzCon because BlizzCon was not enticing for me. I went back and visited family and stuff like that, did early Christmas and all that good stuff, so that way, well, now I don't have to travel over Christmas and I can hang out with you. It's also a Super NES remake. It is? Garage Sylvanas on the right-hand side. I'm so sorry. Garage Sylvanas on the right-hand side. Chromie will be grabbed for Saboteurs. Are we gonna get a variant in here? Just go in for the dive, taunt, Chromie blow up. What's up, Hassler? How you doing, bud? You're in time for the grand finals. He's been railing the whole time. Railing with Mario and Mallow. Give me that ding dong! Something like that. Something like that. You want Revolver? It is the variant Urel. Stukov was played in map 1, right? Stukov Ana was map 1, I think. Get rid of the gray main for more burst ability, okay? In the sense that games weren't like 90-hour ordeals back then. Not that it wasn't in the series, but like you didn't know. What? You gotta go now, Raiden. Wow. Hey, have a good night, CP. Thanks for coming by the stream. We'll hopefully see you in the future. Voting day today, so you cast your vote. Got semi-drunk. Hey, you did your civil service. You earned that. You earned that intoxication. All right, Rexar and Greymane will be banned away by both sides for Battlefield of Eternity. Garrosh Sylvanas on the side of Vinland Raiders. How else do they want to put this together? Chen Li Ming. Big damage from Vinland Raiders here. I really do like what they put together on this this Battlefield map. I've never been a big WoW player. Yeah, there was so much WoW stuff this year. Personally, I'm glad I didn't go because it just wasn't anything for me at BlizzCon. Baja approve, enough for me. I'm proud of you, Hassler. Thrall Tyrande. I actually really like the Tyrande here for the follow-up CC with Varian. You have a root from Thrall as well. This is really just it empower the Chromie composition from Saboteurs. Vinland Raiders need a healer, or are they going to go healerless and take a risk? I actually really like this draft quite a bit. I think Vinland Raiders could take us to a map. Could take this map here. Good CC, good burst potential, good siege. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think Vinland Raiders could be up 2 maps in the best of 5 grand finals. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a prediction written up, and we will get into our second map. You're gonna have to go in all on Li Ming here. Ooh. Okay. Big Li Ming believer. Somehow I've given myself acid reflux. I've given myself heartburn today, and I don't know how I've managed to do this. It's probably all the, yeah, it's probably sugar and talking. Bodies are weird. All right, let's get into it, everybody. Map number 2, Grand Finals, left-hand side. We've got the members of Saboteurs here on Battlefield of Eternity with a Yasu Tyrande. Oh, you got the walking Tyrande, the running Tyrande on the mount. Tyrande, played by Yasu, Rutso, Thrall, Bad Benny, Varian, Dino, Chromie, and last but not least, a Hazuab's Urel. To the side of Vinland Raiders, a Sven playing Chen. Sylvanas, played by Gia, Hunter Orc, Uther. Joanna Ya will play a Garrosh, and Nano Li Ming. All right, Time Walker's Pursuit, level 1 from Chromie sees quite a few enemies in the bottom lane. Sentinel doesn't hit.
Now this is pod racing.
We'll see Rolling Thunder Thrall, Dauntless on Urel, Wave of Light Uther. Whoa, Dino almost gets chunked by an Arcane Orb from Li Ming. We've got an Unrivaled Strength Garrosh Aether Walker on our Li Ming. Overwhelming Affliction for Sylvanas, and last but not least, the freshest ingredients for Chen. With all of that, and a little bit of the bottom lane skirmish has been seen, let's go ahead and start up our Twitch prediction. Gives you all a little bit of time to get those gambles in and see a little bit further. Maybe you see that there's a quadra kill and it sways your bet. Or maybe you just see some poke potential and you're like, you know what? I like the way that this is going. I'm going to put all my points on this one person. Or you just like Li Ming and you're like, I love when Li Ming throws big balls at my gate. A toss attempted. Only going to be throwing a minion right there. Li Ming will be forced out as the camp will be worked on by the enemy side. Even the younglings? Garrosh takes a bit of sand to the face. He's going to be heading to the beach for a little bit. But he's not on vacation, as he will not fall. Tyrande did pick up Lunar Blaze level 1. She'll be stacking that up. But you also, the big thing on that to note is you get the 30% range increase on that Lunar Flare. Oh, Hazuab Sven just hanging out in top lane. We did see, as I mentioned, Time Walker's Pursuit level 1 for Chromie. She's going to go into a Horror Anomaly at her level 2, level 4. Dino takes a combo from Nano here. There was a rotation from Sylvanas Garrosh into the top lane, which might be the green light on the side of Saboteurs to hard push bottom. Nano's going to do their best to avoid damage and stackage for Tyrande. Actually, there's a quick rotation to top lane from quite a few. Uther and Li Ming will call this out. Garrosh and Sylvanas, they gotta finish out this camp. Hazuabs gets the Righteous Hammer, Haunting Wave across as well. Toss onto Hazuabs, gets him out of here. Time Trap onto Sven. Rutso's here. That's a dead Garrosh. First blood will be achieved by Saboteurs. Sven unable to flank. Wait a minute. He's dead. The camp was gotten. Let's see, what's the difference in a camp experience? 540, and the 2 kills give 868, so definitely more experience from those couple kills that are achieved from staying too long on that camp. First objective will be spotting the north-south positioning, as it is standardized here on Battlefield of Eternity. Nano poking on the fort front gate right now. 69,000 on Li Ming. Wow, wait. So our objective phase is up. Garrosh runs straight at the enemy, looks for a groundbreaker, ends up taking 2 blasts of sand and dropping down a little bit low. Hazuabs comes in, Indomitable activated by Garrosh. Hazuabs thrown, but he won't be stunned by the Immortal. And that's Joanna. This Garrosh is Goomba Stomp by Hazuabs, getting a bit of revenge from that last game Samuro Cho'Gall composition. Saboteurs with some decent momentum at the start of this map. Number 2, best of 5 grand finals. Keep hitting on that best of 5 fact, because I know there's someone in chat like, how many games is it? Second half of the first objective phase. Hunter Orc takes a bit of pressure from Bad Benny, but this is the Immortal Race easily in the hands of Saboteurs. What lane is it going into? Looks like it will be top. I think that's more well defended. Hearths out from the right-hand side. Bad Benny with no interrupts onto that, but here comes a Larian for the top lane, dealing just over 1,000 damage into structures. Hazuabs back into bottom up against Sven. Sven with 7 stacks on freshest ingredients. 3 stacks out of 6 for the Rutso Frostwolf pack. 15 Lion's Maw for Bad Benny, as he also will go for Lionheart level 7. Gia gets the Haunting Wave back to the safety of their side of the front gate, and now Immortal is crashing in, getting some decent damage. Hazuabs jumps in, Righteous Hammer into the wall. Whoa, I think that was like a single cast got the triple stack. Might have been a single cast and then a double stack off them, but either way. The Thrall Rutso has finished out level 4 stackage, so he can spam that into waves as well. Use that for a little bit of wave clear. Also going to have a bit of a combo onto this Garrosh, who drops below 50%. Bad Benny gets the taunt onto Nano, who blinks away. Now Garrosh trying to pressure, but he's the one who's got a pressured health bar, getting a little bit low. Yeah, you got that trait with the armor, but you got to be careful here. 60 some armor, and Dominable activated. Yorel's rotating up to the top lane, and Chen continues to slowly clear out bottom, and looks like actually Hazuab's unsure whether or not he's going to join the team or go back to bottom. Alright, camp is cleared away, or excuse me, camp is grabbed for top lane. Needs to be cleared out by the side of Vinland Raiders. Sylvanas goes to bottom lane. She's unable to help out for a kill onto Hazuabs. Speaking of help in top lane, Hunter Orc wants the help of his friends. They do get the kill into Thrall. Unfortunately, he will be traded. It's a reset on Nano. Big ground breaker from Garrosh. He's not stacking off of one. Gia comes in, drops to 50%. The Uther Ghost Form will expire, and Chromie slowing Sand. It's too much for Li Ming to handle. Bad Benny thrown into tower shot range, and he does go down. It's a 2 for 2. But Gia is able to evade that Sentinel from Yasuo. And Garrosh does not get picked off by Chromie's Deep Breathing. Or Dragon's Breath, actually, is the name of the talent. Toss onto Hazuabs. There's a stun from Uther, Groundbreaker, but not enough time underneath that bell tower. Or excuse me, not enough time underneath the fort to take down Hazuabs. Second objective phase of the game is here and quickly being worked on by Saboteurs. Oh boy, Warbringer level 10 for Bad Benny. Impaler and top is cleared out. Vinland Raiders. Am I looking to defend right now? 10's on both sides. Taunt from the Varian will connect onto Chen, who pops the Wandering Keg and gets a Divine Shield from Uther. That's two heroics you don't want to overlap right there. At least just probably didn't intend. Shadowstalk activated by Tyrande. Indomitable will be used by this Garrosh. A Sundering from Thrall pushing the enemies around. This Garrosh is trying to push people into a fight favoring the Vinland Raider positioning. A huge Wailing Arrow, but no one's falling. Rutso's so very low. Hunter Orc, they want the resets for Li Ming, but they can't get him in time. It's going to be Li Ming falling down. Garrosh to be picked off. Thrall will trade, but of course, it's a quadra kill for Saboteurs. Oh, a rough moment for Vinland Raiders. Oh, my heart goes out to the Li Ming player, man. Dude. Nana was sitting there like, bro, just get one kill and we win this fight. Like, oh, man. Well, the Immortal with a real big shield will be moving into bottom lane. Let's actually check the Alarian stats as he moves down in here. About 10k shield, 17,000 points of HP, and 1,284 damage into structures. I'm telling you, man, one kill for Vinland Raiders early enough before Li Ming goes down, she pops off and just resets like crazy. Calamity Wave of Force, like so many low blue health bars, they really would have gotten that. But anyways, that's in the past. Wandering Keg from Chen to try and get the displacement onto Chromie, but she has the longest stasis in the game and she just kind of waits out Wandering Keg. Big Warlord's challenge, unfortunately. Oh wait, hold on. I was going to say, unfortunately, this Garrosh is going to fall, but he doesn't go down. It's Thrall, the one who's picked off. Nano still on the right side of our screen is clearing out the wave. As the rest of the team is still fighting in, we have a Divine Shield cast onto Gia. Taunt from Bad Benny. Sylvanas will be the one to go down. Bad Benny charges back in. Li Ming almost takes down Bad Benny. And Garrosh is the one to get picked off. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Saboteurs with an 11-4 lead in kills, a level lead. Excuse me, 11-4 in kills, a 1-level lead. And the next objective, third one I believe of the game, will spawn in the north-south positioning. Uh-oh, big time trap onto 3. Wandering Keg activated by Chen as a defensive tool. But no one else advances for a potential kill into the side of Vinland Raiders. Meanwhile, Sylvanas GS soaks up a bit of top lane, steals a few minions with level 4 possession. Oh, Vinland Raiders, the map number 2 feels like it's slipping away. Bad Benny comes in with a taunt! Oh my god, the Sundering from Thrall! They get the Uther kill, and that's enough. Or is it? Hazuab's considering to jump in to steal away the camp. Sven with enough to share. Shadowstalk activated by the Tyrande, slowing stands on the point. Try and zone back anyone stepping in. Taunt onto Garrosh. He takes almost too much damage, but he will be alive for the time being. The camp will be stolen away by Saboteurs. And they work their way back onto the Immortal here. First half, quickly to Saboteurs. Yrel? Hazuab's is fine in the top lane. Hand of Freedom, Divine Steed, all that good stuff. Bad Benny charges in, taunts onto Hunter Orc. Warlord's Challenge answering into that. Righteous Hammer pushes Chen into the slowing stance. He'll pop Wandering Keg, look for Yasuo. Nano gets the Calamity blink-in kill. That's a reset for Li Ming. Garrosh is looking to hold Bad Benny around those Immortal stuns. Retso gets the root, the Sundering. Yrel goes down left-hand side Immortal area. Hunter Orc and Garrosh chasing onto Retso. Toss into this Thrall as he's trying to get out of here. Not a whole lot of mana. Nano gets a reset. Bad Benny stunned. Is there a Wave of Force to come in as well? Wave of Force pushes Chromie back. Bad Benny charges the ally with his level 10. Sylvanas continues to race down this Immortal, and since we're at the second half, there's going to be no midway point, so this will be burned down, and third Immortal of the game goes to Vinland Raiders. This will go into the top lane as it's more well defended. Sylvanas to soak up bottom, but I do believe a lot of blue bars are low here for Vinland Raiders as Big Bad Belith moves into top lane. Stats for our Belith right now, 746 damage into structures, 20,000 plus points of HP, 1,492 damage into structures, 16 talents here, half a level to go for both these sides, and under 10k shielding for the Immortal. Sylvanas making her way up to top lane, maybe going to go for a flank right behind over here. She does have Wailing Arrow off cooldown, just about every heroic's off cooldown. They're going to chase past the Immortal here, look for a Dino. They get the toss onto Bad Benny. Wandering Keg splits Bad Benny away from his front gate, from gate, but now this Garrosh is so very low. Divine Shield is forced onto him. They go in hard onto Bad Benny looking for the kill, and Chen flying kicks in. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas, the double haunting wave. Windrunner allows her to jump in and get out. Bad Benny is gonna get a taunt onto Nano. Nano, I think, was looking for the Calamity, but there's just not enough damage. The Immortal will get some value here, but I think Sven is gonna fall. Hunter Orc throws back one heal and says, that's as much as I can give you, bud. Okay, Sylvanas soaks up bottom, possession, a few minions. Thrall will take down the top lane fort. The Immortal cleared out by Dino. Whew, Vinland Raiders showing signs of life but being shut down. Those, I guess you could say, signs of light. It's almost like Vinland, or Saboteurs just snuff that out almost immediately. Camp checked in bottom lane by the Tyrande Sentinel. No one's down here. Also, there's still Chen respawning in 5 seconds. Time traps set up around, and the camp will be grabbed by Chromie. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Garrosh might be trying to find Yrel. A time trap sees the rotation, and we see that time trap right here. Camps traded, top and bottom. top lane keep is exposed. I will say this, as much as this is a 14-7 game favoring Saboteurs, they've got great damage, they've got a level lead, they've had fantastic team fights. I do have to point out, a really good team fight for the side of Vinland Raiders, they might go top and end. I can also say the same thing about Saboteurs. They just have a lot more to go through structurally. The reason I also bring up Vinland Raiders, Sylvanas. Sylvanas value with possession as well. Black arrows, stealing away minions. Kiss. Objective phase will be spawning here, north-south position. The axes always show the immortal that needs to be raced down for the blue team. Unless I, of course, go ahead and swap vision like this, then, of course, we'll swap. Black arrow activated by Sylvanas. They're going to try and push onto this fort in bottom lane, and that's immediately just backed away from. They're going to respect the enemy team and not play too aggressive. Nano even blinking further away just to make sure there's no dive onto them. Okay, so just zooming out here, taking away our talent so we can see the setup for this Immortal phase. Both teams on defensive positioning. Dino checks the bush with a Sand Blast, sees the Garrosh. Starts throwing in some Dragon's Breaths as well. Bottom lane camp with a Catapult is moving in towards that keep front gate. Sylvanas tries to push up top lane a little bit as well, stealing a few minions, has that Catapult. Tense posturing here. Of course, if Sylvanas shows in bottom lane, that'll be the green light for the race. Li Ming and Sylvanas will quickly come down here, make work of this, haunting wave through and back. And as I said, that is the green light to go and work on the Immortal for Saboteurs. Chen gonna do the same thing in the bottom portion, but they can't race against this. They've got a team fight. Joanna, Garrosh looking to step in and find something for the allies, but just doesn't have an angle. The Immortals go to race potential sides, and this is... Vinland Raiders gotta step in, they gotta make a play. Stun from Uther, time trap from the Chromie onto 2. Wandering Keg from Chen pushes Hazuabs into the enemy team. He'll be forced to use Ardent Defender. And Indomitable activated by Garrosh. The Banner of Dalaran cleared out. So as I mentioned before, that camp was cleared up by Li Ming and Sylvanas in the bottom lane. Li Ming and Sylvanas will start working on the Immortal. But that damage being applied, you can see that on the right-hand side. Saboteurs want to step in and try and take this Immortal phase. And that would go, I believe, into the top lane. Sven trying to body block some of these shots. Chromie does a piercing stance. There's a toss onto Bad Benny. Shadowstalk activated. Warlord's Challenge sundering from the Thrall. Li Ming gonna try and blink in. The Divine Shield applied to Garrosh, but where's there a counter kill? Sylvanas so very low. Garrosh is the one falling still. Wandering Keg from Chen creates enough space. Sylvanas is the one to go down. Can they get a counter kill into Bad Benny? He charges to an ally, and Chen now on the retreat. Hazuabs has the Righteous Hammer full charge, the Goomba Stomp, and the activation as well. This is looking like an Immortal going into top lane for Saboteurs. They get their 20 talents here as well, and this might be the march to take map number 2 to our blue squad. The pieces are falling into place for Saboteurs to take a map here in the grand finals and have a 1-1 score in this best-of-5 series. 14 seconds on Sylvanas, 20 to go on Chen. And 16 to 17 in our kills. Taunt into Garrosh, immediate blow up onto him. Sylvanas now respawning, but it looks like Saboteurs take map number 2. At least they're on the road to take map number 2. Maybe they'll all just randomly die and their core will fall. And somehow Vinland Raiders takes another map. No, I'm just kidding. Sundering is mitigated by a Will of the Forsaken from Sylvanas. She taps the Hall of Storms just to get a little HP, but the Immortals on core taking down the shielding. Gia low. Chen on the left has a full bar of stagger. He's going to be going down. Divine Shield actually says no to that, but either way, the Immortal still has good damage onto the core, and that is map number 2 to the side of Saboteurs. Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't a straight 3-0. We got ourselves a best-of-5 series. Nice healing from Yasu. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Meta Madness Qualifier number 3, Grand Finals. My name is Bahamut on the left-hand side. We have got Saboteurs on the right. It is going to be Vinland Raiders in this best-of-5 Grand Finals. We're heading into Dragonshire for map number 3. First map was Hanamura Temple, won by the side of Vinland Raiders. I wrote down the wrong team name in my notebook. Vinland Raiders won the first map with a Cho'Gall composition. Saboteurs opted for first pick priority for map number 2. Vinland Raiders took us to Battlefield of Eternity. Saboteurs won that map, so Vinland Raiders have opted in for first pick. And Saboteurs will have chosen Dragonshire. He sure sported that ball. He sure did. Lethargy, yeah, I am tired today. I am tired. 2 days of back-to-back solo casting for 6+ hours. It'll get to you. Alrighty, so Johanna Lunara. As a reminder, the heroes that were played in maps 1 and 2 are unavailable for future maps in this best of 5. There's also 12 heroes banned away. There's a pinned message in Discord, in the Twitch chat, if you'd like to know which heroes are banned away for the entire tournament. So currently, as we enter into map number 3, there are 32 heroes banned or unplayable. Heroes that are banned at the top of the screen do not add to that list. They are only banned away for the current draft. So if map number 4 is Infernal Shrines, as we are guaranteed a map number 4 at least, we could see a Johanna, Lunara, Falstad, or whatever this last ban is, so long as they're not banned out in that map. Let's see what we got here for our last ban from Saboteurs. It is a Greymane. I don't hate that too much. Okay, what do they want to first pick here, man? What do you want to first pick on the side of Vinland Raiders? They opted for first pick priority. Was there something they wanted? Or did they just, yeah, they want Junkrat. Do like the Junkrat for this map. Quite strong in his displacement, harassment. A Kerrigan and a Rexar will be grabbed. Alright, good aggression starting out. Strong solo laning as well. So into Kerrigan, Rexar, what are we leaning into for these next 2 picks before the next ban phase? Garrosh was already played. Have we had a Muradin yet in this one? Dahaka, Whitemane, Junkrat. Well, they can't Cho'Gall again, so that's out of the question, but you know what? At least we got a Cho'Gall game already. I'm happy about it. Ban phase-wise, if Muradin hasn't been played, and they don't plan to take it themselves, okay. I'll get rid of the Mal'Ganis. All the cuties in chat. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. Appreciate you coming by the stream. Let's take a look. Did the Lions lose or win today? I got a great poker face, chat. I have like the best poker face. No one will ever know my poker face. Nuparak banned away, so we're getting rid of a couple tanks here. Couple tanks will be banned out, and next round of picks. Kerrigan, Rexar still need a healer, still need more damage, still need a main tank for Dragonshire. There's the Muradin. Oh, bro, Saboteurs have a dumb good draft. Like, Saboteurs check every box, and they still have one more pick to flex into. Hypercarry Kerrigan. They could look into another solo laner. They could look for more CC. They could just look for a mage for burst. Like, man, Saboteurs already have an S+ draft on their side. Junkrat Dahaka is pretty good. Whitemane can be quite a difficult healer. What is the last, what are they going to be looking into? Main tank Zool. Or is it main tank Tahaka? Nah, it's main tank Zul. Because I was like, maybe you go Backlash into Rexar. Oh god, sorry, just the tiredness hit me like a wall all of a sudden. I've had enough caffeine. Alright, well, the members of Saboteurs are going to win map number 3, or at least attempt to win map number 3, with only 4 characters. So weird. I guess they benched Dino for this game. You ended up getting COVID? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I hope it's like a really mild case. It's nothing major. Hope it's nothing major. I could not spell Dragonshire for a moment. I kept spelling shrine over and over again. I was like, Dragon Shrines. Oh god. They have 5 with Misha. That's a fair point. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, I'm so close to getting a Red Bull out of the fridge, man. I don't know what happened, but I am so tired. Dino on this. Nothing. Rutso will play a Kerrigan, Yasuo, Deckard, Kane. We've got a Hazuabs, Rexar, Misha, of course, played by Misha. And last but not least, back on a main tank role. Happy on that again. Bad Benny.
10 seconds.
To the right side of the map, we got Vinland Raiders. We have a Hunter Orc, Whitemane, Gia, Medivh, Joanna, Yaya, with a Zul Sven on that Tahaka. And last but not least, we have a Nano Junkrat. As we are here into our mid lane scuffle, we'll start the prediction in just a moment. Get your gambles ready, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see the bottom, the talents at the bottom of your screen. A little root onto Misha Bear. Bad Benny jumps back in. Little thunderclap on the ground. Bad Benny getting a little bit low, but Rutso comes in with a really good Primal Grasp Impale. Unfortunately, the portal and the protection from Medivh is too much, and no kill can be achieved as the prediction has begun. Thank you, Ashmantle, as always. Bad Benny looking for the dismounts. We got 6 stacks on Medivh currently. Root will connect. Gushing Mine blows Muradin back into the enemy team, but Rutso has made a rotation down. Whitemane will fall. First blood to the side of Saboteurs. You're doing good, Bandit. You're doing so good today, bud. You're doing so good, bud. We're almost done today, okay? And then we'll go around the block. Get our legs stretched out, mister. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gato. I hope, hopefully that is done and completed soon. Yeah, that sounds very taxing. 3-2, or it's 3-3 in our experience or levels right now. And Bad Benny is just gonna get poked at. Nano also right around the corner. Siege Giants are not completed by Dino. Gia jumps in as well. Bad Benny is a Dwarf Toss away. The camp will be leashed for a moment, but doesn't get any HP. And Concussion Mine on the point. Rutso considers jumping in, but they say no. Give it away. And this will be a double Siege Giant camp into the bottom lane from Vinland Raiders. Of course, the one on the left-hand side will be managed by Dino quite quickly. Meantime, top lane, Misha gets a charge through onto Sven. He burrows under the ground. Lurker Strain bops back. No Feeding Frenzy level 7 for extra drags or drag duration. Kerrigan can't ravage in time. Rutso gets kicked away, and first Dragonite will be achieved by Vinland Raiders, looking to open up the mid lane. Oh wow, those gambles really went away quickly. We went from having like 10k to 70k gambles to just like couple thousand. Scared chatters, I understand. You're very valuable channel points. You don't want to lose those. Oh, Misha will fall. She'll be dead for the next 9 seconds. A kick onto Kerrigan as the fort front gate will be opened in mid lane. Hold on, Muradin, sorry, kicked into the bottom. I was just watching Tahaka in top lane see if any sort of rotation or pressure be applied? Indulgence level 4. I feel like, is this what we normally have at level 4 for the white mains? I feel like that's not the case. You lost all of your money. That's the proper way to gamble. On the internet. With fake points. Let me clarify for anyone wondering. I don't go down to State Line and just be like, here's my bank account. Let's hope we win. All on red. Who are we calling scared? You're all in. You're all in based on Dutch laws. Gamble economy and shandals. Yeah, the house. How can the house win if the house doesn't have money? Think of the casino executives. We'll have Sapphire level 1, Emerald level 7 on the Deckard Cain. Full auto attack build for Phoenix. 20 out of the 40 stacks on Medivh currently. Gia has a portal set up. Dino's gonna be able to teleport away. Bad Benny trying to wiggle away from some of this poke damage and CC. Arzul pops the backlash, I believe. Yeah, he did go backlash level 1. Bad Benny dropped to about 300 or so HP. Does have the third win, gonna try and back away, tap a potion, get a bit of extra healing, but doesn't want to take all those potions from the allies. Meanwhile, in top lane, Dahaka's still shoving things in. Does have that feeding frenzy level 7. To be honest, it is. I find Twitch gambling really fun. I agree. I mean, because it doesn't matter. If you lose all your channel points, it's whatever. It's not like, shit, I've lost my channel points. I can't pay my electricity bill this month. There are some fighting game channels that I have stupid amounts of channel points in because I'll gamble, like, it'll be like the grand finals, like Wizzy versus, I don't know, like it'll be a Smash tournament, like Wizzy versus, there must always be Cody or something. And I'll just be like, all in on Wizzy. He's had a good tournament so far, and then like Wizzy wins it. That actually happened on the BTS Smash during one of the Summit Smash events. Like, Mango was having this insane run through the lower bracket, so I just kept putting all in on Mango. And Mango ended up winning that Smash tournament. Spoilers. Bad Benny won. No, Medivh! Medivh stacks are down the toilet, all for a kill on Muradin. A Dragonite to the side of Saboteurs. Dino goes down to Zool. Skeletal Mages get that extra auto attack. Dutch law is the only law, aside from EU law, which is aside from NA law.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Drag, Lurker Strain, Sven's fine in the top lane. Dragonite in the mid-bottom rotation. Gia's gonna pick up a few stacks off the Dragonite. Oh boy, Medivh. Oh, good portal. Good portal from Gia, doesn't get kicked out of place. Hazoabs is dead in top. Hunter Orc getting a little bit low. Salvo will kill. Nope. Not unless there's Medivh on your team with a protection. Muradin wants to go in. Stormbolt will connect. Leyline sealed to say no thank you, Muradin. Dahaka brushstalks in, doesn't land the drag, gets the portal just before it expires. And that's the end of the Dragonite phase in our engagement in mid. NA law doesn't apply. Says you. You just don't know it. Hey, look, you have an HOA. That's like such an American thing. HOAs are dumb American things. I'll admit that for a certain. Camping bottom to be grabbed by Junkrat White Main. Phoenix rotating down. I think they're maybe looking at that camp. And see the retreat ping coming out as Phoenix does show up in that bottom lane. Muradin scouted out by Medivh and Zool. Back in the top lane, Misha dragged by Sven, but Sven is going to be met by a Primal Grasp Impale. Has to burrow under the ground. Charge from Misha. They go on Sven. Sven pops the essence. Isolation will go out. It doesn't connect onto anyone. Misha to fall. Sven still okay. Stay well and listen. Will connect into Medivh. Stormbolt into him. Thunderclap on the ground. Medivh stacks down the drain. Ladies and gentlemen, Saboteurs are making a case to say, Medivh, your stackage. No. Making a case to deny all Medivh stacks. The Bird Boy has fallen once again, but the fight's not done in top lane. Bad Benny's able to get the Dwarf Toss out. There is a Bone Prison onto him. Concussion Mine pushes him further away, right next to the well, which is exactly what he wanted. Misha gets a charge onto Joanna. Nothing happened. I honestly think Zul got HP from the Phoenix Heroic. Kalis.
That's the joke.
Become the Dragon Knight and claim vengeance for my family.
Dragon Knight potentially in mid lane. Kerrigan gonna start working on a camp on the left-hand side. Zul to do the same thing for the top lane right. And Hako doing his best to still push up the top lane. Will work his way onto that Sun Shrine. Junkrat on the bottom, and Medivh still floating around mid. 0 stacks on Gia's Medivh. Zul gets a portal from our Medivh and will not be picked off. Does pop the backlash. There was that hesitation for a moment, like, if I go back in, I have the backlash active. But of course there was a root down on the ground from Deckard, and I think, honest to God, if Zul goes back through, he dies right there. Sven is forced to pop Essence in top lane. Misha gets the charge. Hazuabs has that level 13 aspect of Hawk, which makes him really, really deadly in the solo lane matchup. Riptire Junkrat coming through for the double kill. Deckard and Kerrigan to be picked off. Whitemane with a little giggle beam. And that's the end of our engagement in bottom lane. 16 talents here, almost here to the side of Vinland Raiders. Maybe we should wait to flush the toilet until after the game. Lots of water wasted. Once again, well, I live in America. We waste everything.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Sven gets a drag on Misha, but won't be able to find any sort of kill. Medivh does have the Temporal Flux 16. Hazuabs was waiting to see if there's any delay or anything like that on his hearth, but Gia just scouts it out. Leyline seal off cooldown. Endless Nades Junkrat 16. We'll see the lashing out and harsh discipline at level 13-16 for our Whitemane. Elongated tongue for Dahaka. That is a new talent icon color for Dahaka's elongated tongue. Not sure why, but they did. I guess they only wanted to have a different color onto the Gambit, I guess. I still, to this day, I don't get the Sergeant Hammer talent icon change color. I don't get the talent icon changes. The Hammer talent icon changes make no sense to me in the most recent patch. Like, the talent icon that looks like Ambush is not close to Ambush at all. What's up, Kags? How you doing, bud? Saw you had a nice little cozy stream last night. It's good to kind of lurk there a little bit. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday, and appreciate you coming by and checking out our fun here. We're in the grand finals. It's a best of 5 series for anyone that might be filing in a little bit late. Uh-oh, that's a decent amount of damage into Zul. He drops the Bone Prison onto our Misha. No level 20, no extra oomph for Junkrat. 3 to 5 in kills, and Saboteurs are feeling pretty healthy here. They have lost a mid and bottom fort, but it's still very early Dragonshire. You're eating lunch? Ooh, lunch sounds very good. I'm making Crunchwrap Supreme Clones and banana bread muffins on Tuesday after I do Storm League on Hot Storm League. So I'm gonna go out shopping for all of that after stream, and I think I'm gonna try and get out of the house and just go out and have like a beer or something like that at a bar. Just stretch my legs. Pho sounds good. Pho always sounds good. Sick, tired, awake. A bowl of pho is always good. What time on Tuesday? The cooking stream will probably be around 1 or 2 PST, West Coast time. I'll probably do a few hours of Storm League, so long as I can actually get a game this week. And then we'll do some cooking stream See, the smart idea for me is that I won't have to use salt in my food because I'll be so salty from Storm League. It's a brilliant idea. Misha gets the charge into Sven, able to burrow away. Skeleton Mage is summoned by Arzul. Stay a while and listen catches 2. But Deve and friends are trying to avoid that. Set up the portal just in case Zul needs it. And he'll be able to back away. By the way, the Medivh is currently on 9 stacks. If you're like, how is that possible? Medivh's been picked off twice. Banana bread muffin, the banana bread muffins is a recipe my mom has made for me since I was like a kid. And so I've made it once on stream already, but people wanted me to make it again, so I was like, okay. Like I made a tiny little sub goal because I was like, all I have to do is buy bananas and sour cream. And then you just need vanilla and sugar. So, and I have those things already at home, so. I don't mind having banana bread muffins, they're always good. I can freeze half the batter and make the rest another time. Do you post the ingredients early to cook side by side? I can if people want. But usually people don't follow along. Usually people are just hanging out and chatting and telling me how to wash my dishes. I had people trying to backseat how I wash dishes. Twitch chat will always find a way to backseat something. I was cutting an onion and someone's like, I'm a chef, you need to curl your knuckles? That's not how you do it? I was like, oh, okay. I worked in a sushi place for a year prepping stuff for sushi, so I have no idea how to cut anything. Well, you don't do it my way, so it's obviously wrong. I'm a chef. You run your water while you wash your dishes? That's so wasteful. God, it's the truth. All right, Vinland Raiders with 20 talents here. Dragonite and bottom lane are looking to try and take map number 3 in this best of 5 grand finals. We have Bad Benny getting kicked away. Tahaka still clearing things in mid lane. Bad Benny getting chased down by Nano and the rest, but unfortunately they won't be able to confirm the kill into this Muradin. Dragonite getting a little bit low. Misha to be dragged, and you gotta be happy about a Misha kill. The best part about streaming on Twitch is that when I ask for help, Twitch chat is dead silent. When I say nothing about wanting help, people will come in here and just tell me anything I don't want to know. Like, here's a perfect example. I was playing Super Mario RPG Remake, and I didn't want an answer, and I was just like, I was walking around trying to find something. Someone's like, you need to go stand on this thing to trigger the thing. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I was like, am I missing something? I literally asked Twitch, I was like, hey Twitch, how do I get through this door? I must be missing something. Dead fucking silence. Me playing Dark Souls. Man, this is a fun boss. Did you know that you can parry Pontiff and make it easier? Didn't ask, but okay. Your scrubbing motion isn't full 360 degrees. I wash dishes for Gordon Ramsay. You don't know what you're doing. We all believed in you. No, you didn't. 16 stacks for Medivh's baseline. Tahaka's done with enhanced agility. The bottom lane keep is down on the side of Saboteurs. It's 4-5 in kills, favoring Vinland Raiders as Bad Benny goes in deep with the dwarf launch, looking for Joanna. The Kerrigan able to get the primal grasp impale, but no kill to be found. The tower in bottom lane getting low. Bad Benny goes in once again. Purification salvo activated by Dino, tickling the health bars of the enemy team. Level 20 for Junkrat is the extra oomph. He did not get the reset because the Leyline Seal anti-synergistic moment there. I'd be so scared to wash dishes for Gordon Ramsay. Well, I'll tell you this. It's terrifying when you work at a sushi place because if you leave 1 ounce of a crumb on anything, there'll be a guy in... I actually forget his name. I've actually pushed his... I've pushed memories of him out of my brain because he was a horrible human. He would come into the back and throw dishes at your head. I remember telling stories, so I have a friend up here who works at a sushi place, and I would tell him stories about, like, the time I worked at the Detroit place. And I would say stuff like, yeah, like, this one guy, like, He'd just, like, get up close to you with his knife and like, pretend like he was gonna stab you in the stomach, and my buddy was like, that's not cool! I was like, yeah, I thought so, but what am I gonna say? Just having your life threatened on a daily basis. No big deal. Oh yeah, no, it was, I worked there for a year to the day. I remember when I put in my 2 weeks notice, it wasn't 2 weeks. I literally was like, hey, next week I have a job starting in architecture and I'm not gonna work here anymore. And Gucci-san, the owner, was like, isn't it illegal not to give 2 weeks notice? And I was like, isn't it illegal to have a plug next to a water heater that isn't GFI? Oh, he got real quiet about that. Oswald is gonna be rooted from, we're so off topic, I apologize. Joanna's, excuse me, the Zool, Joanna Ya, is gonna do their best to back away. The Riptire from Junkrat will come through. The concussion mine thrown down to the ground pushes Bad Benny away. The salvo out from Dino. Once again, tickling the health bars. Boar's unleashed by Rexar. Kerrigan goes in with the Sonic Shift, trying to get a distance closed up. Medivh loses stackers again. Stay a while and listen on to Zool, but now Yasu's right underneath tower shots. The old man should go to the retirement home as Bad Benny comes through with a Storm Bolts, a drag into Bad Benny. Dino still chasing in. Two weeks notice is a courtesy, not a requirement. Oh, of course, especially when someone's a pile of shit. What a drag from Sven! Beautifully done. Brushstroke into drag. Lurker strain. Meanwhile, just above us, Hunter Orc is being chased down by Dino. Sven's able to get away. Dino doesn't get the kill. Holy crap, this late game is insane. Oh my god, the dunk stick is in my chat. What's up, bud? It's been a while.
Now it burns.
Knife Guy sees more knife paychecks. Knife Guy actually would brag about his, all he did was golf. Like, he worked at the sushi place and golfed. That's it. Every conversation revolved around him throwing a dish at my head, threatening me with a knife, or telling me about his golfing adventures, which I didn't care about. He didn't throw that many dishes, but I did get hit by a couple dishes when I first started there. Oh, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Rexar rooted. There's a steel trap. Hazuab feigns death in time. Salvo once again from Dino, but the Riptire waits just as the feigned death expires. There's a concussion mine right behind Yasu. He's trying to avoid that. Slowed by the skeletal mages. Stay a while and listen as the Respect the Elderly level 20. Silence is applied, but it still will be the double kill to the side of Vinland Raiders as Sven takes a Stormbolt. With the double kill in hand, are they looking to go core in bottom? Or through bottom? What's up, Cav? How was the rest of your CC stream last night? I was glad to help out for that dungeon boss that you were not struggling with whatsoever due to the fact that we kept making you tall and wide. By the way, Singularity Charge for Phoenix. We didn't really talk about this level 20, but Repeater Cannon grants 100% more attack speed, and Face Bomb grants 1.25 more range. So no Unconquered Spirit for Dino. Bottom lane Siege Giants. So 2 Siege Giant camps, a Bruiser camp, Catapult. Bottom keep has gone down. Portal sets up and allows Medivh and friends to back away. By the way, Medivh on 8 stacks currently. So I keep pulling away the talents just so we can get a better vision of how things are being set up. Zool is not going to go in for anything. Okay. His positioning was leading me to believe they wanted to make a play there.
Team has destroyed a fort.
Okay. Tension continues on Dragonshire map number 3 in this best of 5 grand finals. It's a guaranteed next map. Guaranteed at least one more map after this one, but I gotta say, these players are putting in the hard work for this map number 3. This is a tense Dragonshire map. We have a win condition in bottom lane for Vinland Raiders. They get one good team fight here, take down. I would say you get 2 good kills. I think you can go core. Vinland Raiders get a couple good kills. They go core. Gia still scouting. Trap eaten by Misha. Dahaka will work on top lane, just try and push things out. Kara gonna do the same thing in bottom. She's gonna get the Moon Shrine immediately.
The Dragon Knight's power.
Bad Benny is displaced by a concussion mine. Zool is able to get the portal away. Sonic shift in from Rutzo on the right-hand side. Scarlet Aegis activated by the white main. She has the Scarlet Crusade level 20. Isolation onto Decker Kane from Sven. Dino putting the pressure onto the Dahaka. He burrows under the ground for a moment. Rutzo uses the sidewall to get away, but Bad Benny will go down. Portal set up by Medivh. Do they have a drag? No, they did, but it's not going to connect. Auto attacks into Misha, give the cooldown reduction for Feeding Frenzy. Dahaka goes bottom, Junkrat to top, and is anyone in mid lane for the Dragonite channel immediately? Doesn't seem like they're going to split that far apart. You wanted pizza so bad last night? I want pizza all the time. I actually wanted pizza last night too as well. I ended up making potatoes and rice to be healthy. Stay well and listen with the Respect the Elderly. A very low Zool is not going to go down. But here's the thing. Dragonite. It's a late game Dragonite. Medivh's going straight to core. You stop the backs. That's all you got to do. Dragonite deals 1,206 damage per auto attack into structures. Dragon and it's got 32,000 rounding up on that HP. Gonna kick Dino away. Unfortunately, the Blink eats that. And oh, the Dragonite is just gonna be throwing some flame breaths back and it has to back away. I really want pizza tonight, but I'm gonna go shopping after stream for the Taco Bell clone stuff, which we're gonna be making on Tuesday. So I think I'm just gonna get something simple to snack on tonight. I have like a little Friendsgiving thingy that I'm gonna be going to. Well, family, it's a family, friends, whatever. I'm gonna be going to see some people for Thanksgiving, so trying to eat a little less until then, because I know I'm gonna gorge myself like Thursday, Friday. Bad Benny gets the avatars. The Dragonite is actually canceled early. Leyline C with Medivh cheats, connects onto 2. Bad Benny isolated from the team. Rutzo with the isolation on their head. Riptire from Junkrat does have the extra oomph. That's a Riptire reset. You see another one coming out. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, 4 catapults are here. We're 25 minutes in. These catapults are dealing nearly over 1,000 damage, just about. And those will take down shielding and a good shot. Oh, very nice HP. Very nice HP left on the core. Whoa, Bad Benny goes in with the Dwarf Toss, met by a drag from Sven. He'll jump onto the point, almost gets the Siege Giants. There was a Haradra Cube with a Sapphire or Emerald applied. Medivh on 14 stacks. That's a drag into Dino. As a reminder, no Unconquered Spirit for Dino at level 20. Whew. Let's take a look at the top. Let's actually, you know what we should do right now? Let's take a look at the damage. Sure, there's some stats to look at here, some numbers to look at here. Siege Giants for the bottom lane. Skeletal Mages up in 45 seconds. Muradin Avatar up in 7. What's his level 4? It's not going to be cooldown reduction. Okay. It's got Reverberation and Healing Static. Hey, Bimpy, what's up, bud? Happy Sunday to you. We're in the Grand Finals. Meta Madness. Qualifier number 3. There are still qualifiers 4 and 5 happening next weekend and the following. I'll be casting those. I'll be destroying my sleep schedule. Dahaka's trying to end, or at least do something in top lane. Catapult up here is 1,136 damage into structure. So that's speeding things up a bit. Misha will fall to Medivh, sorry. Dahaka Brushtalk flank. Hazuab scouts that out immediately. Our Zool is a little bit low. Healing reduction applied to him, and Zool does go down. Saboteurs, do they have the opportunity to end? Kill command boars go out from Hazuab's. Get a root there. But still, the keep is full HP in the bottom lane. And we see a Saboteur disengage. They get a kill into Zool, 45 seconds on his death timer. Phoenix in the bottom. Muradin, yeah, he doubled back for a second, but the rest of the team is around. Make sure that Dino doesn't get picked off. 7 to 10 in kills. Nearly a 30-minute Dragonshire game, ladies and gentlemen. Kerrigan's going for this. Does Dia drop down? No. Okay. Once again, just checking the stats on this. If you are curious, 1,503 damage in the structure, 752 rounding up on that. Sven, able to burrow down. Let's get a zoom in here and get rid of our talents for a moment. Show you the stats, because this might be the beginning of the end. Saboteur's Bad Benny is split. Gets the Avatar as the Leyline Seal. Medivh cheats, connects onto Muradin Dragonite as well. Bad Benny pops the rewind. Gia, so much healing over time. Bad Benny's getting shredded by the tower shots. Misha to fall as well. Dragonite chunking. And Kerrigan, she's just trying to go for core right now. She's like, I got so much damage per auto. Maybe I can just go for broke. Maybe if we all just hit the core. Dino split on the low side of our screen. Leyline Seal out from Medivh. Dino getting mopped up by the Zool currently as well. Actually, White Man gets the kill. 15%! No way, Saboteurs! They forced the game number 3. A hard-fought, nearly 30-minute Dragonshire game. And realistically, that feels like it could have been anybody's game. GG! It is a best of 5. We're not done. Wowee. Welcome back into Meta Madness Grand Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we could be here in the final map of the day. On the left-hand side, Saboteurs are up in this best of 5 Grand Finals. On the right, it is going to be Vinland Raiders. We have had a ban onto Tomb of the Spider Queen. Braxton sold out. First map was Hanamura Temple. Second map was Battlefield. Third map was Dragonshire. And this will be our 4th map of the day in this Grand Finals of Sky Temple. By the way, map number 1 was a Cho'Gall composition. Just saying, if you did not catch that, be sure to go back and catch the VOD. We will see a Sky Temple start. As a reminder, the Meta Madness style of draft means that heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in this best of 5. We've had 3 maps already, so that's 30 heroes banned away, plus the 12 of the baseline tournament bans. So we have 42 heroes. I can't do math. 42 heroes banned away. The heroes that are banned at the top of the screen only pertain to the map draft. So if we do get a game number 5 in this best of 5 Grand Finals, a Nubarak or Joanna could be picked up if they're not banned away in that game. But let's see, can Saboteurs make this a 3-1 Grand Finals, or will Vinland Raiders rally and take us to the illustrious map number 5? The drafts only get better and better because the hero pool is smaller and smaller. Nearly half the hero pool is going to be removed by the time we start this draft. Nearly. I'm rounding up a little bit on this, but either way, you can appreciate it. I just realized that one part of my mustache goes like this and the other one's just like... That's the one thing I have noticed with this new camera. Not only is like the green screen here, but also just like my mustache is my mustache is just weird on when we're this close to the camera. Vikings will be banned away. That is a target ban onto Sven's Vikings. Hazuabs could have played it too, but it doesn't look like that's the direction they want to head into. First pick what from Vinland Raiders? By the way, if you want to know the perma-banned heroes for the tournament, be sure to check the pinned message at the top of Twitch chat. The pinned message has all 12 banned away heroes. Of course, I don't have a list of the heroes that were played in this series, but you could go back and check or whatever. Either way, Falstead will kick things off for Vinland Raiders. Don't hate the global. No match. Is this going to be a stage dive ETC? Maybe they'll use ETC to match the global factor of Falstead. Tell Bandit he's perfect. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. You're doing so good today, bud. We're almost done. 1 or 2 maps. He's just staring at me like he's like I know. He's ready to be done for the day, and I can't blame him. You are perfect. You are perfect. Thank you, Dunkster. Yo, Zeratul Falstad Malfurion. I don't hate this at all. I don't hate that Zeratul trying to get into the back line onto Jaina and just providing some burst harassment onto her. We did see some really good Zeratul play earlier today. It was from a different team, but either way, it's exciting to see him pop back in. Leoric will be removed. Okay. Gust into Void Zone Root combo. Oh yeah. That's exactly it. I'm gonna lean into this. I feel like this might be a Might of the Nerzim Zeratul. That's been pretty popular within Meta Madness, as well as in the EU region as well when it comes to Zeratul play. Actually, I wouldn't even just say the EU. I think that's kind of the most popular heroic form right now, especially with no Diablo to play off of Apocalypse with, and I don't think there's any other like synergies they'd be leaning into with the Void Prison. So I think this will be Might of Nerzim just to get the burst value into the Jaina and maybe onto the squishy Ariel. ETC Jaina, Sonya, Ariel, okay. Are they gonna let Jaina, Ariel roam, put ETC in a lane, Sonya lane, grab a third bruiser? That is a possibility for a hyper carry Jaina. Last two picks on the right-hand side. We do need a main tank. And could use a bruiser here as well for some CC. I think Imperius has been played in this best of 5. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh! Okay, main tank on our Mal'Ganis. And that's a lot of damage. That's a damage-heavy composition of Vinland Raiders. But keep in mind, Falstad, I feel like Falstad might go Gathering Storm? I feel like Falstad wants to go Boomerang 7. Regardless of his level 1, Boomerang still gives you good wave clear with your auto attack build. Yes, you're getting rid of secret weapon value, but I love the spell armor debuff, and that plays well into Zeratul as a lot of his damage is spell power and Gul'dan on top of that as well. I would like to see Vinland Raiders go that direction, though I really do think that Saboteurs have just kind of a through and through strong draft. They've got CC baseline, they've got slows, they've got shred, they've got poke. I like this draft quite a bit from Saboteurs. I think Vinland Raiders could eke out a victory, but I'm going to lean into a Saboteurs taking this map number 4. Go ahead and write up a prediction. We'll introduce our teams. We'll get into map number 4 of the grand finals, and we'll see how things shape up. What's up, Ale? How you doing, bud? Good to see all of you in chat. Hope you're having a good time. If you're enjoying here on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow if you'd like to support further. It's always very much appreciated. If you're watching over on YouTube, as we do put these VODs up there, be sure to like and subscribe so we can so we can grow the YouTube channel. But let's focus in onto map number 4, Sky Temple, Dino Jaina, Bad Benny ETC, Yasu Ariel, Hazuabs to play Sonya, and Arutso Tychus. Over on the east side of the map, Vinland Raiders looking for a map 5 through Sky Temple. Gia, Falstad, Joanna, Mal'Ganis, Nano, Gul'dan, Hunter, Orc, Malfurion, and Sven will play our Zeratul. Of course, did anyone free Harrison Jones? Why would you? No one cares about Harrison Jones. Your level 1s are at the bottom of your screen. It is a chaotic energy. On our Gul'dan level 1, not going to be going Echo Corruption, no Pursuit of Flame. Shadow Hunter for our Zeratul, Frequent Flyer, Falstad. Globes on the ETC with his Prog Rock, and Jaina's going to go for Fingers of Frost. Bad Benny can't land the Power Slide. Tanks a Tower Shot or so, and Nano's going to get some free siege in the bottom lane during this time. While we look at all of our lane setups and such like that, let's go ahead and get the gamble in. Ash Mantle, as always, thank you for the shout out in chat, as here we go. Could be the final map of Qualifier number 3. Be sure to get your gambles in if you'd like to try and win some channel points. Who do you believe will win Sky Temple? First and second, actually, objective phases will be standardized. First being top and center. Second objective phase being a singular temple in the bottom of the map. After that, we get into the RNG of it all, whether it's a singular or a double temple phase. Never a triple. Never a triple temple phase, though. 18k on the Saboteurs. 4 stacks for our Jaina already. Zeratul 2 of his regeneration globes, just kind of wandering around the map, just trying to pick up as many of these globes as possible, finish up that level 1 so that you get the cooldown reduction from your basic attacks on Blink. Jaina, of course, clearing out mid lane. She'll grab a globe or 2 as well. She's actually already on 5 stacks, not bad from Dino. A lot of globe questing early on, 2 on both of these sides, as Retso will chill in the bush here. Yasuo clears out the wave. Did go into the Searing Light level 1. That's where you're going to see Yasuo utilize the healing light? Ray of Heaven, to be able to get some damage onto the minion waves as well. So if you're like, why is Yasuo healing the minion wave? Well, it's that level 1 talent. Sonya Mal'Ganis bottom lane. Hazu gets a little spray onto Mal'Ganis as we check back into the top lane. The fort front gate's going to take some decent damage. Bad Benny. I thought he was the one that Nana was draining, but it's actually a minion trying to get rid of this wave as quickly as possible. We have a pretty decent bet between both sides, about 17k, 18k apiece. Repeated offense level 4 for our Ariel. Full drain build at the time being from our Gul'dan as the cursed, or the health funnel. Sorry, I keep thinking it's cursed of exhaustion. That's not right at all. Power slide onto Gul'dan. Jaina's gonna go down in mid lane, but maybe Nana will be traded in top. Bad Benny, one more auto. Someone will get the auto! Nano's gonna die here. Tychus gets the snipe with a grenade, so it's mage for mage, different lanes. So as we take a look at Hazuab's in bottom lane. Oh no, it's gonna be. I saw the Zeratul Falstad kind of moving down on this minimap. It will be just a camp invade from Sven, Joan, and Gia. Top objective is up and available, as well as that center. Bad Benny starts going for shots. The reason they're prioritizing top is because they pushed into this fort front gate with that initial siege and these tower shots focusing onto the top lane. This will be top lane fort going down. I do believe ETC has got enough damage from Tychus and Yasuo onto this. Nano misses the Detainment Strike for the extra stack on that level 4. Meanwhile, back in mid lane, mid shots go to mid forts. Big surprise on that one. First structure will go down in favor of Saboteurs. Sven looking to pressure onto Dino. Goes in for a little Warp Blade. Blink away. Unfortunately, unable to get value. Does have the Wormhole level 7 as well. More movement. Or Zeratul blinks in. Rutzo's the target. Singularity Spike will go through. Or connect. Hazuabs will try and spin through some of this. This is also Secret Weapon Falstad. No armor debuff. We have a Poison Spear. Hazuabs level 7. Sven wants to get the kill. Mal'Ganis doesn't get the Fell Claws, and Hazuabs will live. Mid shots will end here, getting the last bit onto the fort, dropping it down to nearly 50%. Pew, 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 pew. Nearly 50%. And Falstad working on bottom lane. Night Rush connects onto ETC. That is a Detainment Strike into the wall. Mal'Ganis has to use Fell Claws to back away, and Gia trying to auto and poke on these waves here and there. As Bad Benny is just fine, taking a bit of damage. Zeratul in top lane. Hazu, Sven. Little 1v1s. Hazu, Spear. Cooldown? Yeah, it's on cooldown. Falstad flies in, though! No respect for the 1v1! Oh! Stream Deck, you have one job!
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! Oh, that's twice we get to use that.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Zeratul makes an aggressive mistake in top lane, but in bottom lane, ETC Tychus think they have a nano kill. This drain build on our Gul'dan keeps him sustained, and the heals from Malfurion are enough. Saboteurs lose 2 in bottom. 10 talents here over to the side of Vinland Raiders as they open up bottom with this minion wave and Fell Flames of Gul'dan. Are they looking at a boss bottom? No, okay. I was like, I see Zeratul floating in mid, Malfurion, Gul'dan kind of walking over here. Horrify is level 10, already picked up by the Gul'dan. We've got a Might of the Nerazim Zeratul. A Carrion Swarm on our Mal'Ganis. Gust, Falstad, and Malfurion holding 10. On the opposing side, Wrath Berserker, Stage Dive ETC, Water Elemental Jaina, a Crystal Aegis, Ariel, and last but not least, Tychus with Commandeer Odin. Malfurion still holding 10. Single objective, bottom of the map, second objective of the game. Gust, but no prison. I told you there'd be no prison, homie! I literally said, I don't think we're gonna get it. That's like me being like, don't expect pizza for dinner, and then you get hot dogs, and you're like, why am I getting hot dogs for dinner? I was hoping for pizza. Some good examples. I'm hungry. You can every example will be food when I'm hungry. Alrighty, our stats at the bottom of the screen will roll on back to our talents. 13 out of 15 stacks for Gul'dan right now. Minigun activated on Tychus, trying to chase down this Mal'Ganis as we have a stage dive, power slide, Bad Benny focusing on Nano. Horrify will push Sonya away. Jane is the one to go down. Bad Benny getting chunked right now as that Gus from Falstad pushes ETC into the corner. Yasu gets a self-heal, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The hammering goes out, forces the Crystal Aegis. Carrion Swarm feels a little overkill, but hey, Mal'Ganis and friends get themselves a wonderful triple kill. And the top lane wave is coming through as well. I can't let my memes be dreams. Well, you know what they say. Courage is the magic that turns dreams into reality, so. That's all I gotta say to that. Bottom fort will fall to the minion wave, moving into mid lane. Gia gets hit by a grenade right there. Drain onto Dino. Look at that. Oh my god, down to 50%. Sven comes in with the burst damage. Can't take down Dino. And Hazuabs out of nowhere! Hazuabs makes a rotation. Rather, the Berserker says, hello, Sven. This is our kill. You don't threaten my Dino. So it's 1-for-1 in structures. Top and bottom traded between the two teams. 13 talent here. Oh, Bad Betty finds the Mal'Ganis. Fellclaws gets a stun. Retainment strike into the wall for another stun. Hold on, the Commandeer Odin, the stage dive from ETC. Nano in a bad spot will go down. Hunter Orc, power slid by Bad Benny. There's going to be some decent damage on the ground with these Commandeer Odin circles. And Malfurion to fall. The boss takes down fort and bottom. Bad Benny won like 186 HP. Falstad Gia says, I guess I'll go get the consolation value in top and open up the fort front gate. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, boss is crashing into the keep front gate. Gul'dan up in 4, 10 seconds on our Malfurion. You heard that shriek or yell. I'll call it a yell from Hazuabs on the Wrath Berserker being activated for some extra damage. Spearing, slamming, doing their best to get as much pressure onto this keep with the boss below 50%. Fellclaws allowed Mal'Ganis to back away. Objective phase, double on the map. Now, bottom shots, you'd be like, oh, bottom shots go to bottom keep. Unfortunately, no, there's still a fort in mid lane. So bottom shots will fire into mid lane fort and then go to bottom lane keep. Sonya should be and will be prioritizing that. ETC is going to try and back away. He does not have the cooldown reduction at 13 with Mic Check, hitting at least 2 heroes with Face Melt reduces the cooldown by 6. No encore for the 5% cooldown, 6%? 6, 5, yeah, 6% cooldown reduction. I always have to remember to off of stage, not stage dive, off of Mosh Pit. I always have to do the math backwards. How much cooldown do you get off of Mosh Pit? It's the you get 5 seconds because it's a 6-second. Anyways, mid shots go out, bottom shots, there you go, as I was mentioning. Double structures to fall, mid fort will go down. So traded objectives, but definitely better for the members of Saboteurs who are on the precipice of a victory here in our third Meta Madness qualifier. Also, for anyone might be wondering, the Meta Madness qualifiers are different. It is a point-based system. It is no longer you win one qualifier, you're in for the playoffs. It is all additive. So getting first place consistently is good because that gives you higher seeding within the playoff bracket. I don't know if there's any other benefits. I don't know if maybe you get to choose your opponent or anything like that, or if it's just better seeding and you're gonna go up against like seed 1 goes up against seed 6 teams, I think it is, for the grand finals. Maybe 8. I'm drawing a blank. But 5 to 6 in kills, 16 talents are almost here. Singular objective will be spawning in the top portion of the map, and of course, as I mentioned, top objective shoots top keep, since that is the structure in the lane. If there's no top keep, no bottom keep, it would fire into mid. If there was no structures on the side of Inland Raiders, guess what? It shoots at the core. Some of you may think this is redundant information, but you never know. Sometimes we get viewers in here who just don't know. Maybe Hunter Orc's partner is watching and doesn't know these things and wants to have some sort of idea of how the game can be won. This isn't League of Legends. We don't just assume everyone knows what a Black King's Bar does. Carrion Swarm will be activated into the ETC. Retso dashing away. Gust from Falstad's pretty big. The Horrify will split this Tychus and Ariel. Jaina goes down. Yasu getting low. Detainment Strike into the wall. Tychus will be picked off. Yasu goes out of the fight. Bad Benny Hazuab's got a run here. It's a double alter phase. Excuse me, I did not see this on the minimap. So it is double alter phase, and this is a lot of laser damage. I feel like, yeah, Saboteurs... Vinland Raiders are just going to play the objective. They're not going to go for extra siege. Boss is up in 1 minute. ETC is going to check siege camp on the right. Sven is seen as well.
Yes, my magic flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these mortals approach.
5, 8, and 10 seconds on some of our death timers here. Zeratul sharking around. Wrath Berserker's is activated. Sven is not upset about that. Wrath of the Berserker activated. Spear misses, and Sonya's like, I gotta go sustain this or at least get value out of it. So camp on the left will be grabbed. Shots in top will take this keep down to 50%. Shots in mid will open up that lane. Now, Saboteurs. Running on in. Dino very far forward. Has to use the improved ice block. Dino gets the Crystal Aegis as well. And Dino's dead. Not sure about that really aggressive run-in from Dino. A ping onto Rutso. Maybe miscommunication. Oh, no. Mid shots will get some damage on the mid lane keep. But, of course, this is at 3. Oh, no, 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 no. Not like this. Did I assume his sexuality? Lol. Well, that was a dumb comment. That was a dumb comment. Uses the word partner. Did you assume his sexuality? Haha. Stop shots go into the top lane. Keep front gate. 20 Talontier will be here to the side of Vinland Raiders. And they just do not want to sacrifice a lead on this map. It's 5-12, 20 Talontier advantage. The death timers are, oh wait, hold on. Rutso gets a dash away. Mal'Ganis comes in with the Fell Claws. Hazuabs lands a spear, pressures onto Sven. There's a Carrion Swarm. Rutso goes down. A little Seeker Swarm level 20 gets to sleep onto Bad Benny. Reservoir of Hope, that's 5 stacks for Yasu right now on this Ariel. Hazuab's a little low. Taman Strike looking for a pop into the wall. Doesn't land it. Bottom lane keep getting assailed by this boss. 19 on the level, 19 to 20 in levels. Uh-oh. Mal'Ganis goes in. Night Rush onto a few. The core defenses have been activated as well. Sonya slams a wave really quickly. Dino getting low, has to back off. Bosses arrive. Oh, Sven wants to kill into Dino. The heal comes through. The wind tunnel from Falstad pushes back the enemy. Boss and Such are chunking into the core. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a map number 5! Dropping a random dog whistle in Twitch chat? What? Huh? I'm confused. $58 out of 90 banned. Dungstick with the math in chat. I appreciate it, bud. Does that count Shogal? Infernal Shrines, map number 5. So we have seen Hanamura Temple, Battlefield of Eternity, Dragonshire, Sky Temple, and we're heading to Infernal Shrines for map number 5 in the Meta Madness Qualifier number 3 Best of 5 Grand Finals. I keep hitting on these points because I know there's people that might have missed it. They might be coming into the stream late. They might have stepped away being like, I got 5 minutes to go get myself a beer and a slice of pizza. I'm looking at you, Kagiri. And maybe you missed that information. Either way, we're getting into the final map of the day. I'm super excited about this. I love these drafts, especially in Game 5, because this is where things get wonky. This is where you see the real pocket picks come out. Some of the stuff that maybe they... Like for example, in Nations Cup, there was a map number 6, I think it was, in the Grand Finals, where Legacy played as Zagara, and that was, like, his pocket Zagara. Like, apparently Legacy has, like, a stupid high-level Zagara, and he's a god on it. So, now's the time to get those super secret heroes out. Dunamit probably counts as 1 because you complete me. Thank you. Alex draws the first pick. Let's go. We will see a Mephisto and a Johanna Band away, Zarya, as well as Leoric. Alex draws a not too bad at the beginning here. Are we gonna... Maybe we see...
Let's save some lives.
Oh my god, they're gonna juice pirates. Wait a minute. Wait. Does anyone know if Tyrion's been playing this best of 3 yet? Or best of 5? Grab an Artanis. Grab a Tyrael. Are we setting up a Juice Pirates? Alright, Saboteurs will take the Artanis. They also get themselves a Diva. Honestly, like, I'm joking around, but I'm like 75% joking, 25% serious. Like, I mean, they could Juice Pirates. They really could do it. It is plausible. It is possible. In the realms of reality, it can happen. That was the most general, ambiguous statement. Lunara Band away. Robbed of the dream. Go talk to Gilly Shark at Bingo Night. They'd be sitting in chat like, no. You don't need the Artanis. You just grab this, and this. Alrighty. God, man, I wish I was having a beer for this Grand Finals. God, this is fun. They showed the medic too early. I mean, maybe they did. Arthas will be banned away. Alright. So that does give the... Arthas would have been really good into the Arthas would have been good into the Artanis and Diva because of his trait and also level 4. Frozen Tempest is often the pickup for that one. What are they going to lean into here? Are we juicing? Nah. No, this ain't a juice. I don't think this is a juice, but still, it's a nice setup so far from the side of Vinland Raiders. Saboteurs will get 2 more picks here. Oh, no, Tyrael's great here. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Turbo? How you doing today, bud? Thank you all for being here in chat. Having a great time. Hope you're enjoying the stream. That's actually a Rutso special. That's like a Rutso special right there. If memory serves me correct, that's actually like a really good pickup. Like, some people in chat might be like, Probius on Game 5? You're throwing it away. No, actually, Probius is like insane for Rutso. So like, this is actually like an insanely good draft for Saboteurs. Globe Alexstrasza? Globe Alexstrasza stitches globes as well. Or do we just see E-build Alexstrasza, and then at level 20, she can get Dragon Queen every, like, 30 seconds or something stupid with the cooldown reduction value? This draft is scary. Don't get me wrong. This draft is very scary. But I think Saboteurs are going to take this. All right, chat. It's the final game of the day. If this is annoying, I do apologize. Actually, I really don't care. If you don't like it, you can get out of my stream, you heckin' hecker. Infernal Shrines. Which team will win Infernal Shrines? I'd like to see a nice big gamble for this one. Put your gambles on, put your points on the line. If you're not following the stream and you'd like to gamble, if you follow the stream, you get a chunk of channel points from that, so a little consideration. Also encourages you to follow the channel. Do stream 6 days a week. We average around 6 hours per stream. The only day I take off is Mondays because I need to take time off and let my brain settle. But of course, channel points are always fun to spend. We can use them eventually in the future for bandit redemptions. We also have a Christmas card redemption right now. Got a lot of those available still, but let's get into it. Final map of the day. Left-hand side, Saboteurs. Look at good guy Hazuab's reminding. Speaking of, Hazuab's will play Diva. We'll have a Dino Artanis, Retso Probius, Yasu Alexstrasza, and the Bad Benny Stitches. Oh, it is Patrick Creation, so I think maybe E-Build Alexstrasza? On the right-hand side, Finland Raiders, Hunter Orc, Lieutenant Morales, Gia Greymane, Nano Kael'thas. You get it because I love you. Joanne will play that Imperious. And last but not least, you have got a Sven Illidan. Lobes for Kael'thas, unending hatred for the Illidan. A double gravity lapse onto Yasu and Bad Benny. Yasu's actually going to go live and let live. And unlike James Bond, Yasu will fall. First blood goes over the side of Vinland Raiders. Thank you very much, Ashmantle. The gamble has begun. And the Stitches will fall. An early double kill, maybe a triple kill. Well, it's 2.5. Will they lose the pilot? Hazu goes down, yes. Gia gets the roll to disengage. Dino with a blade dash through. Reactive parry on our Artanis level 1. As I had mentioned, the gambles are up and available. Kael'thas. Illidan, already on 5 out of 20 stacks on Unending Hatred because he's getting a whole takedown stack. And he was around for all 3 of those. Also some minion wave going down in mid. You can tell that I cannot talk anymore, and I'm doing my best to pull myself together. Mortar Punisher mid lane will be our first Punisher of the game. Sven still in the top lane. Artanis will make a quick rotation to mid to catch that soak while the allies work on Impaler Camp on the left-hand side for mid. A little grenade from Lieutenant Morales pokes onto Hazuabs, who's gonna just boost away out of this one. 13,000 to 40,000. We can go bigger than that, chat. Chat, I know you can get bigger than that. Chat, I know you can get so big on these. Artanis, Dino Sven. And Sven actually, I was like, is he... Oh, I was like, he was starting to rotate down to mid, and then I was like, why is he turning around? Ah, yes. Kael'thas and Imperious have rotated in, and Dino shall go down. That's another stack for Illidan. 9 stacks on an Unending Hatred at 2 minutes, 10 seconds in. Don't worry, you can burn those bridges when you get to them. But I don't like burning bridges. Feels toxic. I knew someone who lived in this town who was prideful that whenever they left an area, they burned all the bridges. Obviously, I don't talk to her anymore. None of us really do. Well, Imperious will go Impaling Light level 1, Press Forward level 4, Illidan with Hunter's Onslaught level 4. We've got a Viciousness level 1 and Insatiable level 4 for our Greymane. Probius goes into the Photon Barrier level 4 for his Photon Cannon upgrade. We've got the Exuberance on Alexstrasza while above 75% health, gain 15% movement speed. And as I have Yasu right there, that's what little dot on Yasu's bar is for that level 4, so we'll try and stay on Yasu so you can see where Alexstrasza is on that 75% HP. Hazuabs is a Mecha Explosion. Gravity Lapse goes in, doesn't connect. Hunter Orc getting really low here. The Mecha Explosion triggered by Hazuabs, and Hunter Orc will go down to the Alexstrasza, who pops Dragon Queen form, chasing in. 19 plus Skeletal Defenders to the side of Saboteurs as they get a kill of their own in the early game. And you can see right there, it's about a third of the Vinland Raiders kills from earlier on in this map. Probius clears out the top lane. Imperious and friends will look for a... I don't think they're going to go for the objective here. What? Hey! Nice big gamble. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. I'll be sure to pay out the wrong bet. 38 skeletal defenders to the side of saboteurs. They want to finish this out. And 39-40, they managed to get it. Bad Benny gonna get hit with a gravity lapse. Hunter Orc Nano backing away. Alexstrasza, that's that little flame from Alexstrasza right there. Just the mark if you are wondering. It's because we have the Alexstrasza vision for her little health bar note. Punisher jumps over onto the Imperious. Gia jumps in with a Dark Flight. Dino's going to take a bit of damage from this Imperious Celestial Charge. The fort front gate shall be annihilated. And the Punisher gets about 10% off the fort in mid lane. Level 10s are almost here, so we do as we always do. We cycle through those other numbers. By the way, second helping Stitches at level 7. He's going into Gambit. Different G letter. Top lane, Hazuabs loses mech, doesn't have the explosion. Living Bomb, Celestial Charge. One could say...
A singular strike.
Gia doing their best to keep that inner beast active with that glow on the weapons, trying to poke at the wave, but this Impaler camp is shredding through the bottom lane fort front gate. Frozen Punisher will be our second one of the game in the top lane. The 10 talent tiers coming through at the top of your screen. Illidan completely out of mana, probably has to hearth back at some point. Wrath of Angiers from Imperious. He's gonna got the Sky Suplex, as we call it. Illidan with Metamorphosis. Nano... Stim, sorry, on the Lieutenant Morales. Phoenix for Kael'thas, and a... What on Greymane? Is he Curse Bullet or going for the Throat? Curse Bullet's been the popular pick today. Go for the Throat might give that last little bit of damage just to confirm the extra kills. D.Va with Micro Missiles, Pylon Overcharge, Putrid Bile Stitches, Lifebinder Alexstrasza, and Suppression Pulse for Artanis for the Blind. By the way, Greymane is going to be Curse Bullet. You heard it right there. Stim onto Greymane. He jumps in. Lifebinder onto Bad Benny, who also pops the Putrid Bile. And now Gia has to try and roll on out of this one. Celestial Charge in from Imperious, looking to put the pressure onto the enemy. The Gravity Lapse not connecting. Bad Benny with the Living Bomb applied. The healing will not be enough. The Living Bomb spread to Retso. D.Va boosting in. Hazuabs has a Mecha Explosion. Will lose the mech. That's a half a kill to the side of Vinland Raiders. The Pylon Overcharge is activated. G is the target. The healing from Morales is going to be enough. Joanna gets it with a big shot of Hazuabs, but no kill into Imperious. Illidan, meanwhile, in top lane, doing Illidan things. 43 stacks on Unending Hatred. What? God dang. Oh, no, I see. Okay, okay. So the old tooltip didn't do this. This is the new tooltip upgrade. It's adding in the extra 20. I was like, yo, how the hell did Illidan get to 45 in 7.5 minutes? It's because it's now additive. It's doing it for you. This is an upgrade on our UI. I was about to have my mind blown by that. Whew. All right. By the way, Stitches, as I mentioned, did go into Gambit at level 7. He lost 1 stack, down to 12% as he lost 3 off the 15. 13 talent tier advantage to the side of Vinland Raiders. Suppression Pulse down from the Artanis. The Future Battle from Stitches. Here comes the Phoenix from Kael'thas as well. A stim into Gia, but it doesn't matter because that is a hook into Gia as well. A double kill. Sven gets into the backline trying to take down the probe, but this Illidan has to use Metamorphosis to get away. Unfortunately, Dino's right there and will continue to supply damage. Oh, the blade dash, the swap's in play. Nicely done. Stitches gets the last auto attack, and Nano tries to clear out the camp as we also have D.Va working on the objective. Nano pops the arcane barrier. When he gets to 16, though, he's going to get so much bonus. What, from Executioner? Nano hooked out. Morales has the heals, and I don't see a... Uh-oh. Yasuo, Gravity Lapse to the face. Celestial Charge, Lifebinder activated onto Yasuo. Here's a Phoenix as well from Kael'thas. Wrath of Angiers pulls Alexstrasza out of position. Gravity Lapse, Tower Shots, and Alexstrasza does go down. Vinland Raiders will get a kill, but they will not get the Punisher of the game. Swap. Hook. None of it connects. Rutso is able to back away from Sven in bottom lane. Decent damage onto the fort down over here. Oh, Blades of Azzinoth. Got you. With Metamorphosis, I would assume it is Blades of Azzinoth, yeah. Or Azoth? Azoth, not Azzinoth. Sorry. I never played WoW. Future Bile forced out by Benny. The Celestial Charge will be in play. There's a Pylon Overcharge activated by Rutso to try and dissuade the enemy team from advancing further. Did want to check one thing on the Grey main. Give me a second to break the game, chat. I wanted to check the 16s. Yeah, everyone's like, oh my god, Alpha Killer is so always taken, but I feel like Eager, Wolf, and Execution are the most common. Alpha Killer currently, by the way, is banned away. It's a broken talent. A little bugged out right there. Yeah, I don't know, but I just assumed I was wrong. Celestial charge in from Imperius to start the mid lane fight, but the allies are really not around. Wrath of Angiers pulls pulls Hazuabs out of position. Bad Benny's able to get a hook and pulls Imperius back. Mid lane fort will go down to the minion wave. Pilot mode at level 13 for Hazuabs. There's the Blaze of Azzinoth. Executioner Greymane, Valorous Pursuit from our Imperius. We've got the Ignite, Kael'thas, and Morales holding 16 for now. Azzinoth is correct. It's almost like Blizzard hired me once or twice to cast this game professionally. It's almost like I have tried to make a career out of casting a dead game. Almost. Just almost. Oh, Extended Care. So you increase the range by 30%, but the healing beam on a hero for at least 3 seconds causes them to be healed for 484 over 3 seconds when healing beam ends. What's up, Ektar? Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday to you. God dang, 55 total stacks. That does include the jump after getting the 20. Sven gets hooked, forced to use Metamorphosis to back away. It is a 2-minute cooldown, but of course Illidan does get cooldown on all abilities from his autos, so Illidan's just gonna go find something to go smack for a little bit, and he'll be back off this cooldown fairly shortly. Uh-oh, Imperius in mid lane might have gotten caught out. Goes for the Wrath of Angiers, is interrupted by a swap, and Hunter Orc says, you know, I might not have the heals available for you. Gravity Lapse from Kael'thas into the Diva mech. Hazuabs is able to get the activation on the mecha explosion. Hunter Orc is really low. Gravity Lapse into one of the members from Saboteurs as Nano is stimmed. Gonna throw a couple CC abilities back. Throws many Gravity Lapses. But Nano, I think, is gonna get chased out here. So, with him dying in bottom lane, Sven is gonna run to top and start working on the fort. As I had mentioned, he's got that cooldown reduction. He's already down to 8 seconds, 7-5, and he's got Metamorphosis back. Bottom fort goes down to the Artanis. Top lane fort to be traded in the moment. And Diva's on our Punisher for the bottom lane. Arcane Punisher, bottom lane, 7 to 8 in kills. As we're approaching 20 talents here, let's cycle through those numbers once again for the late game and see how things are shaping up damage, healing, and experience-wise in map number 5. Grand Finals of Meta Madness, Qualifier number 3. Hazu, 39's the objective, and Will looks for an Impaler Camp bottom. Dino, Impaler Camp mid. Fallen Shaman for the top lane. Greymane and the rest will get themselves Impalers for mid, but I think they're going to set up for a defense around their key front gate. Benny goes for the blind hook into the bush, almost landing onto Morales. Sven, considering rotating down to the allies, will take quick work. Will make a quick clear of top lane. Micro missiles, I think, from Diva, from Hazuabs checking the bush, also getting some siege damage early on. Imperius will bait the Punisher over the wall. Blade dash from Dino, no swap attempted. Illidan still in top lane, trying to get 20 talents here. Probius in mid doing the same. 20 talent here, though, is achieved. That's a hook onto Morales. Future Bile activated. Stim into 1. I don't know who it hit right there. Was it Imperius? Wow, Imperius was the one targeted by that Stim. Stitch is getting low. Gets a great life binder from Alexstrasza. She's got the level 20 upgrade. Sven utilizes his Metamorphosis as the Punisher takes down the bottom lane keep. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be seeing this core starting to take some damage, but is it game? Morales is the only one dead for the time being. Dino's on course. Celestial Charge onto Hazuabs, who's got Mecha Explosion. Boosts in, trying to body block this Imperius, or excuse me, yeah, this Imperius. On the right-hand side, Dino taking a lot of damage, but none of it critical for the time being. Mecha Explosion zones, allows Bed Benny to go for a hook attempt. This is an absolute chaotic core play for the time being, as 80-some% remains. We have the mid lane keep to fall, and Saboteurs start to back away as Morales will respawn. Next Punisher frozen in the top lane. Woo-wee! Quarter of a level to go or so. On the side of Vinland Raiders, they've lost 15% off their core. This is top lane Punisher. Vinland Raiders, they get a couple good kills. They get this Punisher. Maybe they look to go end game, but of course, the real question is, can Saboteurs be the ones to find those few kills and then just rush in through mid and end game? We'll find out. Both teams got their 20s. Flamethrower Kael'thas, Demonic Form Illidan, Hyperactivity on Morales. We'll see the Brand of Solarian on Imperius, and last but not least, Hunter Blunderbuss on Gia's Greymane. But Frozen Punisher is our next Punisher for top lane. Pylon to be destroyed. Poor little Pylon for our probe. 8 apiece in levels. The real difference is when you look at that minimap, the structural difference is massive. Celestial Charge into the D.Va. She boosts away immediately. Valorous Pursuit closes the distance. Wrath of Angiers followed up by a Gravity Lapse. Unbound level 7's done. Stim into the Imperius. Alexstrasza activates the Life Binder, and some traded heroics disengage out from Vinland Raiders. Retso with a camp in the bottom lane. Hold on, fight to break out. That's gonna be a massive blind from the Artanis. Illidan goes in with his demonic form. Uh-oh, Stitches to fall. 62 seconds on that death timer. Dino goes in with a double strike, goes in for the blade dash. Illidan wants the kill, can't land enough damage. Flame Strike will deal some damage as the catapults have arrived 17.5 minutes in. These will scratch the core shielding. Doesn't seem as if the members of Vinland Raiders are too worried about that with Greymane back and clearing things out. Alright, Stitch is dead for 32. Illidan's on core. Demonic Form, if you don't know, permanently... oh, wait, hold on. Fight to break out. Another Stim. This is on to Imperius. He's closing the distance. Misses the Celestial Charge. Trying to chase in. Still onto Dino. But that's it for the fight. Demonic Form, by the way, permanently remain in Demonic Form. Metamorphosis also increases the attack speed by 20% and reduce the duration of stuns, roots, and slows by 50%. Illidan can now mount in Demonic Form. That's why you did see him with those wings flapping over towards the top lane. Greymane showing in bottom lane. Stitches is back. Camp in top will be grabbed. Imperius chilling in the bush. Every heroic is off cooldown. Hazu about to get a second stack onto micro missiles. And point blank into the face of Kael'thas. Mecha Explosion's available. Sven still has the Illidan active. Stim into the Imperius, slapping onto the enemy team. Hazuabs may lose mech, uses Mecha Explosion. A lot of enemies back away. Blind from the Artanis. The Celestial Charge from Imperius not connecting onto Dino. Illidan still on the objective right now. Mid pushed in by Hazuab's, bottom pushing in as well. These late game catapults are dealing 708 damage into structures currently. Yeah, they're a little worried about a backdoor, so they're going to send Imperius to go manage that. The rest of the team continues to push up. 84,000 heroic damage from Kael'thas. I'm just watching the hearts really quickly. Curse Bullet. Clear onto the top lane, keep front gate, or to take it out. The Punisher down below 50%. And the Punisher also does lock down the tower. Illidan jumps in trying to take down this keep. That's a Blade Dash swap attempted by Dino. No face present connecting onto the enemy team. Sven and friends are focused onto the keep. They've got a decent wave. It feels like they're going for broke right now. Bottom lane is Catapults on core up against Vinland Raiders. The Punisher has expired. Gia's low to Hazuabs. That is a gray main to fall. Catapults are on core on the right-hand side, as I had mentioned. Sven, though, on core. Illidan on core can be really difficult. He's going to dip, dive, dodge around. Can he have enough damage to take down the core? Does he have enough HP to do so? There is a stim onto this Imperius, and the core's at 39%. For the second time today, the Winions will win. But, of course, we have to let you all know that the Vinland Raiders will be...
Team kill!
It's more like Saboteurs get it. But either way... 13-9 in kills. Oh, the catapult doesn't end, but that's okay. Stitches and friends have made it. The GGs come out across the boards, and Bad Benny has made it here to core. Hazuabs is like, no, wait for me. I want to be on the score screen as well. And he may just make it if he can meander his way. Here, I'll keep you on the score screen, Hazuabs. There you go. GG, well played. Map number 5 to Saboteurs. A hard-fought grand finals. Thanks, casting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to consider subscribing, dropping a follow. I will be casting future Meta Madness qualifiers as well as the playoff games. So if you enjoyed the stream, if you had a good time, do drop a follow. I do stream 6 days a week. Monday is my only day off. Tuesdays, Thursdays, we do HOTS content. Wednesdays and Fridays are variety. And Saturdays and Sundays are going to be Meta Madness until the new year, pretty much.